In terms of sort of political, social, public reaction, it is the gift that keeps on giving. You know, first of all, you had this, amazing decision and these two bitter factions, this reversal of precedent, Justice John Paul Stevens coming out very strong, and, I'm pretty sure he's leaving, and, one of his last stands, voicing his disgruntlement with where the majority was going. So you had a lot of passion just that day from the bench. And then, of course, we have this State of the Union moment when President Obama stands up there and says, with all due respect to the separation of powers, I think this opinion was wrong. And he cast it very boldly. And in fact, if you look at it as a political moment, what he said was perfectly accurate. If you look at it in terms of a constitutional interpretation of what that ruling did, it wasn't quite accurate because it didn't overtly open the doors to foreign spending, because we actually have a law on the books already against foreign expenditures in domestic races. But, for the political moment and the shorthanding, it was just fine. But then you see Samuel Alito, of course, mouth, "Not true." And so that created this terrific political moment of the intersection of the two of them, the two branches. Most recently, we had the Chief Justice at the University of Alabama. It turned out AP moved a story that said that the chief had said he was very troubled by the atmosphere at the State of the Union. So what I did, and this is the other one, this is the really great side of the web, I looked to see if I could find a video or a transcript. C-SPAN had been there, but C-SPAN didn't put it up right away. But the University of Alabama put up a podcast. So I found the video, listened to it, decided what I wanted to say about it, added the context of, where does this moment pick up? And where is this at in the sniping between the two branches? And then I have to say, to the credit of our White House reporter, David Jackson, he said, I think I'll call over to Robert Gibbs and try to get a comment. And, for me, my whole world is the Supreme Court. I'm thinking, oh, all right. Yeah, I guess you could comment from somebody who's not in my little world. But it was great because that night we were the only paper that had Gibbs's comment. And Gibbs was ready to play. The Chief Justice had said, I was very troubled by that atmosphere. And then Gibbs actually keyed his response to the word troubled and said, what's very troubling is that the Supreme Court has opened the door to these foreign corporations, and President Obama was very concerned about that. And it really does show what is the Chief Justice all about. He's still really ticked off that they went over to the Capitol as guests and they felt that they were insulted, and he sort of wanted to convey this. He's not the kind of person who speaks off the cuff. I think those were pretty real. Those words reflected his real sentiment about feeling insulted there. He also, though, spurned a request from a student that day in Alabama to actually comment on the Citizens United ruling. He said, I think my opinion, and he did write a concurrence to Justice Kennedy's opinion there, my opinion speaks for itself. But I thought it really showed him. And then to have the White House respond, I thought nicely showed what will be a continued dynamic between the two branches. And as I said to one of my colleagues, no matter what I get from here on out, I'll always be able to cast this term against the backdrop of this political dynamic going on.